Welcome to today's mathematics lesson. We're exploring angles of elevation and depression, an essential topic in WAEC, JAMB, and NECO exams. You learn what these angles mean, how to identify them in real-life problems, and how to solve questions using trigonometric ratios, sine, cosine, and tangent. So grab your pen and calculator. Let's get started. Let's start with what these terms mean. The angle of elevation is the angle formed between the horizontal line and your line of sight when you look up at an object, like looking up at a bird or the top of a tower. The angle of depression is the angle formed when you look down from a horizontal line, like looking down from a balcony to a car below. Now, both are measured from the horizontal line, and in most diagrams, they form alternate angles, meaning the angle of elevation from one point equals the angle of depression from the other. To solve problems involving these angles, we use trigonometric ratios. Remember the key formula, SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA means sin theta equals opposite over hypotenuse. Cos theta equals adjacent over hypotenuse. And tan theta equals opposite over adjacent. Let's try a simple example. You're standing 10 meters away from a tree, and the angle of elevation to the top is 30 degrees. How tall is the tree? The height is opposite the angle, and the distance is adjacent. So we use tangent. Tan 30 degrees equals h over 10. That means h equals 10 times tan 30 degrees. And since tan 30 is equal to 1 over root 3, that gives us h equals 10 times 0.577. That's equal to 5.77 meters. So the tree is approximately 5.77 meters tall. Let's move on to some past exam questions, starting with WAEC. WAEC question 1. From a point P, the angle of elevation of a tower's top is 30 degrees, and the distance from P to the base is 20 meters. Find the height of the tower. Tan 30 degrees equals h over 20. h equals 20 times tan 30 degrees. That gives us 11.55. So, the answer is 11.55 meters. WAEC question 2. A ladder rests against a wall. The top of the ladder is 8 meters above the ground, and the angle of depression to a point on the ground is 25 degrees. Find the horizontal distance. Tan 25 degrees equals 8 over d. d equals 8 over tan 25 degrees. That's 17.2 meters. So the answer is 17.2 meters. WAEC question 3. A 50-meter high cliff has an angle of depression to a boat of 15 degrees. Find the horizontal distance to the boat. X equals 50 over tan 15 degrees, which is equal to 186.6 meters. So, the answer is 186.6 meters. Next, let's check out JAMB questions. These are usually multiple choice. JAMB question 1. A pole is observed from a point 50 meters away. The angle of elevation is 18 degrees. Find the height of the pole. h equals 50 times tan 18, which is equal to 16.23 meters. So, the answer is option B, 16.23 meters. JAMB question 2. From a point 100 meters away from the top of a tower, the angle of elevation is 30 degrees, which is correct. h equals 100 times tan 30 degrees. The answer is option C. JAMB question 3. A building is 25 meters tall, and the angle of depression from the top to a car 80 meters away is 40 degrees. What's the angle of elevation from the car? That's 40 degrees, because alternate angles are equal. Finally, let's look at some NECO examples. NECO question 1. A point 30 meters from the base of a tree has an angle of elevation of 35 degrees. Find the height of the tree. H equals 30 times tan 35 degrees. That's equal to 21.01 meters. So the answer is 21.01 meters. NECO question 2. A kite is flying 50 meters above the ground at an angle of elevation of 60 degrees. Find the horizontal distance. X equals 50 over tan 60 degrees, which is equal to 28.87 meters. So the answer is 28.87 meters. NECO question 3. A vertical pole 12 meters high has an angle of depression of 45 degrees to a point on the ground. Find the distance. D equals 12 over tan 45 degrees, which is equal to 12 meters. So the answer is 12 meters. Let's wrap up. Angle of elevation means looking up. Angle of depression means looking down. Always draw a right triangle and identify your sides, opposite, adjacent, or hypotenuse. Remember to use SOHCAHTOA correctly. WAEC loves detailed workings, so always draw a diagram. JAMB focuses on choosing the right formula. NECO often combines angle problems with distances. And for quick recall, tan 30 equals 1 over root 3, tan 45 equals 1, and tan 60 equals root 3. These are your lifesavers. Great job working through these problems. You've learned how to identify and solve angles of elevation and depression, a key topic for your exams. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your classmates. Join us next time for more exam-ready math lessons. Until then, keep practicing, keep learning, and stay confident.